you all the way in the back, and then I'm going to go to the phone.
On Tuesday, you were asked about Senator Tuberville's holds and about how that affects readiness. And you said, the Pentagon is focused on winning our nation's wars and winning battles, I think you said was the term you phrased, are winning wars. And I wanted to ask you about that. The Pentagon is a reflective institution along with the services. That's why we have Centers for Lessons Learned. This month marks 2 years since the 20-year war of Afghanistan ended. What does the Pentagon see that as? Did we win or did we lose? And I don't ask that to be flippant or as a gotcha, but I wondered, what has the 2 years of reflection been like here at the Pentagon, and how did they view that war in terms of like you said, we fight our nation's wars to win.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm not going to engage in a sort of a oversimplification of our experience in Afghanistan, whether we won or lost. What I would tell you from a lessons learned standpoint is, as someone who has served in the military for that duration of 20 years, when it comes to the global war on terror and operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, is that this is very much a learning organization, and I think our operations around the world demonstrate that. Most notably, if you look at the U.S. military and the level of engagement that we have with international partners and allies, and how we go about in a coalition format in order to address international security issues, those are all lessons that we took out of places like Iraq and Afghanistan, and that we don't do anything alone. Look at the counter-ISIS fight. And the fact, as an airman, we had 25 different nations at one time conducting air operations over Syria and Iraq to strike ISIS. What other nation can bring together 25 different countries to focus on a singular problem and address it? So all of those experiences and all of those relationships that were built are exactly the things that we're leveraging now when it comes to challenges that we're seeing in the Indo-Pacific region, or that we're seeing in the European region right now with Russia and Ukraine. So the United States, when I say the U.S. military is the strongest fighting force in the world, that is because of that, because we don't do it alone, because we do it with our partners shoulder to shoulder to address mutual areas of concern.
I understand.
Okay,
But just
I appreciate it. I just don't want to get into a longer debate. I'm happy to talk with you offline. Let me go to John. Now, let me go